And what's up everybody, it's your boy Kenji here and welcome to my new YouTube video. In this video, I'm gonna talk about my latest short film, the Untold Tokyo Fantasies, behind the scenes and then things that I keep in mind when I shoot on each specific shot. And also I'm gonna show you guys the editing breakthrough for this entire short film sequence. If you haven't watched my short film yet, there's a link in the top right corner or maybe down below in the description. Here's the time to pause this video and watch the film first. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, first of all, let's talk about equipments. The camera that I have used in this short film is the Alpha 7 III, which I am using right now. And my main lens was the 16 and 35 f4 twice lens, and my secondary lens was the 85mm 1.8. Well, that's the lens I only have right now. But well, the only thing you need to know is how to get creative with your own lens and know their own limit. As an example for the 16 and 35 f4 twice lens, it's a versatile lens. Well, you can take a wide shot on 16mm and a tight shot on 35mm. It's kind of considered a vlog type lens, but I usually use this like all of the time. But the drawback about this lens is that it's not sharp as the f2.8 or the f1.8 lenses. So you really actually need to know their own strengths and weaknesses. Well, that's the point of creativity. Yeah. And for the in-camera settings, I use 24 frames per second 4K, and for the picture profile, I've used a customized Cine 4. Well, it only has like a minor changes with the normal Cine 4, but well, it's kind of the same thing. So, well, I actually prefer Cine 4 styles for like a low light situation shootout, because for using like a S-Log 2 or S-Log 3, you're gonna have like a hard time dealing with the noise reduction stuff, so it's gonna add the grain in your short film. And for each specific shot, I actually take 4 to 5 takes on each locations, so it makes me have to have options when I jump into the editing process. Alright, let's jump into Premiere Pro and I'm gonna show you guys the editing workflow on this short film. Here is the entire sequence of this project. As you can see, it's not actually very complicated and I didn't add any sound effects to it. There's actually a reason why I didn't add any sound effects. The music that I choose to use in this short film is Illenium's Let You Go. This music makes its own vibe, its own environment, so you actually don't need to stack up more sound effects to it. So, and adding an unnecessary sound effects to it would actually just destroy the whole chill vibes into the music. So I didn't add any crazy, sounds to it. And on each layer, it has its own effect. This one is the crop layer, and the second one is going to be the color grade. It doesn't make a really whole difference with the raw data because I've shot it with the Cine 4 and just like tweak a little bit on the blues. And on the third layer, I actually selected all of the clips and actually made a single nest with it. So what this does, it makes a dreamy look on the entire footages that I have just added up. If I put this on disable, you can see the difference on what make these things pop up. Especially for this scene, you can see there's like a bit of a glow which is coming out from the highlight. And also to the person's face and clothes, you can see there's like a glow effect on it. So in this technique, what I've done is, so when I nest everything up, I've added a Gaussian blur and made the blurriness to 80% on it. And going to the main part, I actually made a few more tweaks on the opacity to 20% because the main footage for this shot is already like really blown out on the highlights. And it's just like adding a little light to it to make it more like a fantasy look. And also when the beat drops, I actually made another cut over here for the nested sequence, and it's the same thing as in the first nest sequence that I made. And actually for this shot, I asked her to do random movements, like making a heart sign or like skipping around and do like a roll or something. And here are the raw shots that I took for this location. And in this light bulb room, it's really hard to take the best shot. You only have like 1 minute to take pictures and videos. There's actually like a time limit to it, so we had to take the line for like 3 to 4 times to just have this, shot. While we were in the line, I actually told her to spin around before rolling the camera. And actually in this main part, it's really hard to take the perfect shot that I really wanted. This room gets really crowded easily. What we did is that, well, there's like a maintenance time, which the room gets closed for like, I think 15 minutes. So we were just like waiting outside the room. And when it's open again, we rushed to the edge of the room and well, we took this shot. And here in the bird shot, I actually realized that there are a lot of birds flying in the room. So the birds will attract everything visually. So that made my main point after the beat drops on the music. I made a rough cut on each scene, and I just keep on cutting on a high-paced scenario. Well, most of the effects that I actually add up on this project is about flares and lights, transitions, and visually adding up stuff. So yes, this is the entire sequence of my short film. Thank you for watching the behind the scenes of this short film. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have furthermore questions, please comment down below or send me a DM in Instagram. Alright, I'll see you in the next video, and Kenji is signing out. Peace!